Folks, welcome to Calvin's Got Game. I'm Calvin.
I'm Lewis.
And today we are doing it's kind of a series we're going to go through some mechanics or styles of games, and we're going to give you some choices.
Yes.
Depending on if you like to play lighter games, medium weight games, or heavy games. So today we're going to talk about co-op games, and we're going to give you one from the light category that we like to play. I mean, he'll give you one, I'll give you one. And we'll give you one from the medium category and the heavy category. And that way you can decide, hey, and how do we get the weight?
Yes, and because I thought when you were talking to me, I thought it actually meant the weight of the game.
No.
I was completely wrong.
No, the weight of the game is on BGG. They talk about how heavy the game is by how complicated it is.
Yes.
That's what they mean by the weight of the game. And so it ranges from 0 to 5.
Yes.
And so what we did, we considered light games to be anywhere from 0 to 2, and medium games from 2.1 to 3, and then heavier games 3 to 5, 3.1 to 5. So that's what we considered to be in those categories for us. Because I know a lot of people go on BGG, if they're thinking about buying a game, they'll look at the weight of the game to decide, do they have enough brain power? Is it a brain burner? Is it hard? Is it, some people, me, I like to sit down and play a light game every now and then.
Yeah, me too.
I just want to sit down, not have to think so hard, play a game, conversate, and not have to concentrate so hard on the game. Now, there are times that I do want to do that. So what we're going to do is we're going to give you our light, medium, and heavyweight games. So we're going to start with our light. I'm going to go first. No, I'll tell you what, Lewis, you go first this time on your lightweight game and tell us what you got.
Okay. Well, let me get it in the right spot. Like Kevin mentioned before, we do conversate a few times. And we do get mixed up a little bit. But one of my games on the lightweight is Mysterium. It is a 2015 game. Libido, I hope I said that correct. It's the publisher. 2 to 7 players, 42 minutes time limit, and it weighs 1.9 on your mind. It is a game that you have to figure out who's the killer. You have one person at the end of the game that is the ghost, the person that passed. Right. Is trying to tell everybody else, the detectives, who that person killed, who killed me. And you are given, everybody has cards in front of them. You get cards in front of you. You're trying to give them clues to solve the mystery. Now, I played this several times. Every time I played, everybody said, Lewis, you are not being the ghost no more. And it's because my mind works on a artistic level. So what I would think will be the best clue, it's not to help you solve. It is kind of random because the cards in front of the players, maybe everybody has red on the card. And one person has to figure out something with that red, while the other person has to figure out something different with that red. And to give everybody a clue that you have only one of is hard to do. So it does require some thinking upon the ghost and a little bit thinking on the players. It turns and everybody says, "Oh, I can be a better ghost." Yeah. Wait until you get behind the screen. Yeah. You're going to see,
because the clues are very abstract.
They are very abstract.
You're putting clues out for weapons, a place, and a person.
Yeah.
And there's a certain amount of them on the board. I think it's one for each player plus one.
Yes.
And so they're giving you clues, but the clues are so abstract. They're pictures of something.
Yes.
And you may be going, well, maybe it's because of the blue here and there's blue in her hat. Maybe that's what he's talking. You just never know what the ghost is thinking. The ghost can't talk.
Yep.
So it's pretty something.
Yeah. The ghost is quiet, can't say a word. You do have, though, depending on the players, crows that let you redraw cards. That you might get something new. Folks that know the word mulligan is to redraw cards. So sometimes it helps.
Yeah.
Some other times, I should stay with the previous cards. I have nothing here.
And it's a fun yet sometimes frustrating game for the players. The Ghost is doing everything they can to give you clues, but if y'all aren't on the Ghost and you aren't on the same wavelength, it can be difficult.
Yes.
Somebody could not get that first clue and they could be left behind and they feel like they're stupid. And this game can make you feel dumb. And I don't like that in a lot of games, but this one's more of a fun dumb. You know what I mean? It's like, why can't I get this? What are you trying to tell me? And it's not that you're dumb, it's that you don't understand. It's that the clues are so abstract and just out there that you're like, what on these cards go with any of that?
Yeah. And then when you figure out going,
I should have known that. Yeah.
It's like somebody asking you, help me find my phone, help me find my phone. And they have their phone in their hand and go, then we're like, oh, really?
Mysterium's a good lightweight game. If you're wanting something that it does take a little bit to be the Ghost and to set everything up, but other than that, the gameplay is rather light.
Yes.
1.9. It was up there close to the 2.
Yes.
But it's still a lighter weight game.
Yeah.
Yeah. I like it. It's a good pick, Lewis.
Thank you.
All right. My lightweight game is called Raxon. Raxon is an evil pharmaceutical company that is trying to help you get these healthy people out of a zombie lineup. You have this grid of cards face down, and you have people that you are. There's things that you can do on your board, though. One thing you can do for free is to flip over a card. If the card is a survivor, somebody that you got to rescue, that's great. If it's a zombie, it's not so good because depending on how many you flip over, you've got to either add another card or you have to put something else out or something. And Raxon is, I didn't tell you all this, but I'm going to tell you now. Raxon is 1.96. It's up on the upper end as well. It's by Plaid Hat Games. It's 2017, 1 to 4 players, 45 to 60 minutes to play. Plaid Hat Games made a game I love, and that's called Dead of Winter. The picture's right up here on the board, or on my wall. It is a fantastic game. Raxon is set in the world of Dead of Winter.
Okay.
So you have different roles. These people can go, you have like a general, some kind of army guy, some kind of pharmacist, some kind of a researcher, these kind of people. And on your card, you can extract people out of here. You can helicopter them out. You can rescue them somehow. You can quarantine zombies into this tank. Now, they'll come back, but you can quarantine them for a few deals. And your goal is to rescue 20 survivors. Now, it's hard to do. I've won the game a few times. I don't always get to win it. But when you're doing a special action to evacuate people or to quarantine zombies, you put these little tokens on your deal. You'll have to pay a penalty if you don't pass your next turn. You'll have to go down and pay the penalty for whatever it is that you have to do. You may have to draw a Raxon card from the pharmacy company. And they say things like, oh, if you'll do this, you can get this. Do you want to do it? If you say no, then you put the card back, you have to suffer consequence, or something good happens. There's certain cards in there that is exactly for the characters you're playing with, so things might happen to them. But Raxon is such a fun game. It is on the lighter side. It's a 1.96. I think it's a great game. I enjoy it a lot. I don't play it as often as I'd like. My friend Kyle, he really enjoyed playing it too. So Raxon is my lightweight game I would recommend to somebody if they wanted to jump into a co-op. There's other ones out there, but I think Raxon is, because I like Dead of Winter so much, Raxon just kind of is a game for me.
You mentioned this game before, and one time I tried to look it up, and my mind went to Wax On.
Wax On,
yes.
Wax Off.
And I couldn't find them going, what? But now...
it's Raxon. Raxon that is an evil pharmaceutical company. And their campaign for that game was a lot of really fun, too, because the campaign they put out was about, this pharmaceutical company and this, that, and the other. and do you want to be part of it? And it was just a big deal. But for all the publicity they gave it, I think the game's not a terrible game. I just think it kind of got forgotten about.
Because I never heard of it other than when you start mentioning it on your channel.
Yeah, I don't know why it got forgotten about, but it's a fun game. I like it. I mean, there's not a whole lot to it. You just got a grid of cards, and you're trying to get the healthy people out.
Okay.
What's your medium weight game, Lewis?
My medium weight game, and as mentioned before on our top 100, is Descent: Legends of the Dark. It is a 2021 game. Fantasy Flight Games publisher. 1 through 4 players. Running time 120 to 180 minutes. Weight 2.69.
That's on that upper end of that medium too.
Yes. Yeah. Now running time, no.
Yeah.
This is running time. Is if you want to have that running time, you're going to leave in the middle of a quest. So, running time, you're looking technically about 5 hours.
Maybe they just make decisions faster than you do, Lewis. I don't know.
No, it's not decisions. It's how things come up real quick.
Interesting.
It is a dungeon crawler game. Very interactive.
Mm-hmm.
It is a large box game. Both part 1 and part 2 has pieces that literally push you in the game. Tiles, chests, tables, your characters, the trees. The craftsmanship on the figures, very high quality. Christine from Three Sons Unlimited, she has started to paint the figures. Mm-hmm. They look very beautiful. The craftsmanship on the figures, like I said, very nice, very high quality. You get to pick. If you play by yourself, you still can pick 4 characters to run, but you and your companions go through quests, and along this quest, you unlock feats, which a lot of folks forget about this. I've seen videos, and everybody explains how to play, but sometimes some of the explanations forgets about talking about feats. The feats helps you unlock new abilities, new recipes to upgrade your weaponry, new recipes to upgrade your potions to help you do stuff in the quest. You go. It's a app-driven game. App, when it first came out, had issues. It counteracted. Yeah, it counteracted the rule book. It counteracted the cards. But when they came out with Act 2, they fixed a lot of it. A lot of it. It's still some issues still, yes, but those are very few. And depending who you are and your group that plays this, you can home rule a few things in the game. I won't say home rule a lot, but a few that will help you make the game fun to play. Now, if you are new to dungeon crawler games, I advise to do Act 1 first. If you have done this before, have very good in dungeon crawler games, go ahead and start Act 2, because the app will go through Act 1 with the storyline and everything, and when you do Act 2, start from Act 2, you already get so many abilities. You get potions, you get weaponry, you start up at a higher level of using cards. So Descent, a 2.69 game, little bit heavy on the brain, on your mind, when you have to do some of the action decide. But on the fun part, it's a nice game to just talk with your friends and make decisions and discuss what you want to go with the story.
Well, I mean, it is 2.69 is a it's medium. It's not heavy. It's medium. It's got a little more meat to it.
Yes.
I haven't played this one. I want to. If they ever restart it, I might jump in and try to get in, but I haven't been able to yet. So we'll see what happens. But I really do. I have seen the pieces and everything. It's very, very nice.
You might get a chance soon because it looks like the game with Christine. I think we're coming to the end. Look at the Facebook. I think she posted some pictures on the Facebook. It looks like we're coming toward the end because where we are right now, I'm not going to put no spoilers. No spoilers. But the horde that's coming at us
may end you.
Yes, it might end us.
Well, we've also started Hero Quest, which I'm really looking forward to get back into playing. But my medium weight game is Cthulhu Death May Die. This is weighted 2.48. It's by Cool Mini or Not. Year was 2019. 1 to 5 players, 90 to 120 minutes to play, and it's ranked 58 on BGG. Now, Cthulhu Death May Die. You are talk about miniatures. This game has them. Cool Mini or Not. I mean, Mini's in their name, right? Yeah. So Cool Mini or Not, they do a great job. In this game, you're picking scenarios and you're trying to defeat certain old ones. There's Cthulhu, there's some of the other ones, I can't think of their names right off the top of my head, but there's ghouls and other things that come into play. And on the first scenario, you're trying to stop a ritual. Mm-hmm. This game is just rolling dice, beating things up, having a blast. So as a cooperative game, it's, I don't know how to say it, it's just fantastic. You may go into a room and there's nothing in it at that moment, and all of a sudden when you draw the card, for the bad guy's turn, you may get bombarded in that room. And sometimes on these tiles, you can't put all of the miniatures on there at one time. There's just so many. And so you're in a room just either casting spells, swinging your sword, shooting a gun, whatever you're doing, trying to kill these things off of you. And it is a blast. I just enjoy it. It is some luck in the dice rolling. But as far as a brain burner, it's really not. I don't know why the weight is 2.48. I think it should be a little lower because the game's pretty simple. Once you start playing it and you're going, oh, I get it now. It's kind of intuitive. But Cthulhu Death May Die is such fun. It's a medium weight game. If you haven't played that kind of co-op game, check it out. I think you'd enjoy it. Cthulhu Death May Die. What's our heavy one?
A heavy one. I actually have 3, but I'm going to pick one. I'm going to pick one that I just got done finishing. Arkham Horror, the card game. 2016 game. Fantasy Flight Games, again, publisher. 1 to 2 players, 60 to 120 minutes. Weighted 3.54.
I'm surprised it's ranked that high, or weighted that high.
Yeah, it is.
It can be, I guess, when you get further into it.
Yeah, personally, it's 3.5. I think it's a little bit too high for my opinion, but I haven't went past the first part. Mm-hmm. Well, I just finished the first part after starting it 3 times, but
maybe it's hard maybe it's weighted that way because it's so hard.
Yeah, well,
you'll lose more than you win.
Yes, you do. Actually, Calvin introduced this game to me, and he actually corrected me on some of the rules.
Well, I didn't know I did. It was just we just played it one day here.
Yeah, but you corrected me some rules, which at first I'm going, this is too easy. Then when you corrected me rules, I'm going, oh, okay, it's not supposed to be this easy.
Yeah.
And you're basically a detective trying to solve mysteries in this town of Arkham, if I'm correct.
Well, I think the first one is in Arkham. There's some others that go other places.
Right.
I think you're in somebody's home.
Yes,
or your home. I think it is your home.
Yeah, it is your home, and things starts to happen, and you're gonna try to solve a mystery. It's a 3-act mystery, and as you go through the story, you're gonna suffer things, It's a card drafting game. And saying that, every card on the evil deck is meant to hurt you. They're not nice. Mm-hmm. They're ugly. They're meant to stop you. You have a card drafting deck too, but within there's a couple of cards that is meant to hurt you too, heavily.
Yeah, your weaknesses.
Yeah, weaknesses. Yeah. You go through. You are trying to defeat the baddies. There is certain acts and 2 decks that one is you have to complete and the baddies have to complete. Now, when you are involved with a baddie, you can end yourself very quickly, because if you don't meet the requirements to run away or defeat them, you're going to get hurt. And you have on your card some health and some mental issue. It's any of those get filled up, you're done.
Gone. You go insane or you die.
Yes.
Or you're wounded so bad you can't go on.
Right.
I'll put it like that.
Now, if you do die and you're playing with more than one character, the other character can finish, but you got to write in your little notes that you died. On that, and it depends how it goes at the end of the game. It gives you scenarios of, if this happened, go here. If this happened, do this. If this happened, do this. Now, is there dice rolling to see who beats? No. You do what you add up points from your card compared to the monster card. Then you put your hand in a little bag with tokens. And those tokens...
Mean tokens.
Very mean tokens. Now...
Even on easy,
yeah,
they're mean. I mean, it's hard to pull out. You'll pull out something, you're like, all those things in there that are good, and I pull out the worst one.
Yes. Now, there's only one good, really, really good one in there.
Yeah, but there are some +2s, +1s, zeros.
Then there's plus
minus 1,
-6,
-2,
6, 7.
Well, those don't come out till later. That's if you want to play the hard. Yes. I don't play with those. I try to play the easy mode, because once I get through with the easy mode, I'll come back and play it the other way.
But it's a nice game. Is it a stressful game? Yes. And I think that's why they put it up in the middle, because it is stressful. When you play by yourself, I've learned after trying to beat it 3 times, which I finally did, I need somebody else to play with this. Because doing it yourself, and I've played a lot of solo games, even though it's fun on yourself, but it's good to have someone else's point of view and probably, let's do this instead. So, Arkham Horror, the card game, is my choice on the
heavy game.
Yes.
I like it. I actually own it. I had to buy 2 copies so I could have enough to make all 4 characters.
Yes.
The only problem I have with Arkham Horror, the card game, is keeping up. I can't keep up with all the packs that come out to get. It's expensive. So they started making the boxes, which I really like. They started putting together the boxes for the whole system instead of you having to buy 1 pack here, 1 pack here, 1 pack here, and then another pack. So they're putting all the packs in one box for the different scenarios, which I appreciate. Now, did not appreciate them coming out with a second edition box. It included everything that I had to buy 2 boxes for, but there it is. I like Arkham Horror, the card game. Fabulous game. If you haven't played it, I like how the system, even if you don't defeat the bad guy and you run out of the house or you leave, you carry things with you. Through the next scenario or the next chapter, which I like. And you can carry trauma. You can carry.
I think that's the only one I've seen so far.
Trauma, mental damage. You can carry that over too. So such fun. I like the game a lot. Your character grows by getting points for certain cards. You can buy cards in the middle to help build your deck, to help you get more of a stronger deck. So when you get to these more difficult levels, you can do more damage. Like it a lot. All right, so my heavyweight game, and this guy's a heavy in both ways. Heavy in weight and heavy in thinking. And that's Gloomhaven. Oh. Gloomhaven is 3.91. It's by Cephalofair Games, 2017, 1 to 4 players, 60 to 120 minutes to play, and it's ranked number 3 on BGG. And it's ranked number 3 for a reason. It is a fantastic dungeon crawl game. The system is fantastic with the cards, having to do one thing on the top and one thing on the bottom of your card. So you choose 2 different cards. You'll do one at the top and one at the bottom. Now, and it does also your initiative on turn order. There's some things in there, the really good moves, you have to discard the card. So you only have a life of cards of about 5 cards or so. And if you don't accomplish what you're supposed to accomplish using those 5 cards to do your mission, you lose the game because you'll die if you don't have any cards in your hand. The system is great. I like it a lot. One of the other problems I have with the game, which, I don't want to just say problems with it because I love the game, is setup time. Setup time takes forever. If I had somewhere I could set the game up and leave it up, and finding certain monsters, guys, there's so much stuff in that box that it is unbelievable. Maybe I'm just disorganized. I don't have it organized properly, but finding things in there is just crazy. But I love the game. It's fantastic to play. I got its little brother, Jaws of the Lion, Gloomhaven Jaws of the Lion, which I like even better because it's quicker to get out, quicker to set up. You don't have to worry about tiles. It's a book, and you just play what's in the book. Like it a lot. With that being said, I like Gloomhaven a lot. Have you played Gloomhaven?
I have not played it. I'm still reading, understanding the rules and everything. I do have it. I'm planning to do the game after winter. Mm-hmm. So actually after the new year, because I want to read it completely and understand it. But yes, that's a good choice right there. Man.
I like it a lot. And what I really like about Jaws of the Lion is the first scenario in Jaws of the Lion walks you through on how everything works.
Okay.
So then you can be ready to play Gloomhaven. You'll know because it walks you through. Here's what you'll play. Here's what you do. Here's how it works. And so it's such a easier way to get into Gloomhaven than to get that big old box and you're looking at all this stuff. That's the most expensive game I bought, right? I don't buy a lot of expensive. I don't buy a lot of expensive.
Yeah, well,
$150 or $160 is a lot of money to be spending on a board game.
Yeah, it is.
I mean, it's come down now, but when it first came out,
yeah, quite a bit.
It was expensive, but I like the game. Was it worth it? Absolutely. I think it's worth it. I think I would like to give Kingdom Death Monster a try at some point in time. But I don't think I'll ever be able to get it. It's really expensive. So, anyway, that was our light, medium, and heavyweight co-op games. So if you guys liked any of those games, let us know in the comments below. If you think of some that you would rather play that are light, medium, or heavy, put in the comments. I'd like to hear it. Guys, I thank you for watching, and I just enjoy that you guys are responding to the channel. Hit that subscribe button. Guys, we don't have very many to go. 112 people. Come on, you know 112 people. Get them to sign up. What are you waiting on? Lucy, anything you want to say?
No, not at this time. I mean, like I said, great choices.
Good choices.
Gloomhaven is one game I'm planning to play myself. I even have the winter one.
No, you don't. Really?
Yes, I have.
I didn't buy that one. I haven't finished Gloomhaven. I can't do the winter one if I hadn't finished the Frosthaven. I can't do Frosthaven if I ain't finished Gloomhaven.
And Frosthaven is, I want to say it's like 5 times bigger than Gloomhaven.
No way.
Yeah, it is way.
Yeah. So I'll just have to pass for a while. But hey, guys, thanks for watching. Don't forget to comment, like, subscribe, tell other people about the channel. And like I always say, get a board game to the table, spend time with your friends and your family, and thank you for watching Calvin's Got Game.